the Seattle Seahawks Stadium from 1990 and actually got demolished in 2000. I just created it in Madden 25. So shout out to the comic section for suggesting this. But we got the Seahawks logo at midfield. One end zone does say Seahawks. Other end zone also says Seahawks, as we can see throughout the stadium. It's kind of weird, actually. So this stadium has red bleachers. I thought that was so weird. I don't know. I think it's because they would use like different... They would have a bunch of different activities in this stadium, like different teams. Obviously, football-wise, Seattle Seahawks, but other than that, there was other teams as well. But it's red bleachers, red and black bleachers, which, again, just very, very weird. I don't have a Jumbotron or any screens in this stadium, mainly because the fact that the old stadium did have one Jumbotron, but I couldn't recreate it. So instead, I kind of just did this, where I have like a score system on both sides right here. But outside of that, I removed all the Jumbotrons, all that kind of stuff. We still have the EA Sports advertisements. We have some flags up here that actually were in that old stadium. Again, like I said, red bleacher seats right there. We have ourselves the end zones that actually say, let me see if it says right here. Try to zoom in here. It says Kingdome Kingdome. Kingdome. I believe the exact name of this dome was the Kingdome. I thought it was the Superdome. It's not the Superdome. I think it is the Kingdome. Nonetheless, though, very cool stadium, to be honest. Not really that crazy different than other stadiums, like around that time period. I feel like dome stadiums, but still really cool one. I did add in custom stuff like Kodak, Original Taste, obviously Coca-Cola, Blockbuster, Toys R Us, all things that were kind of around in the 90s. I'm not sure if any of these advertisements ever made it inside this stadium at the end of the day, but just wanted to add some of this just to see, what I could add to it. This is, if you can't tell, the Superdome that I went, not Superdome, the Caesar Dome that I went ahead and took out some stuff, added some stuff and stuff like that to kind of sculpt this stadium together. But yeah, overall wise, really happy how it turned out. Sometimes when I go into these stadium builds, now that we're going kind of a little bit more intense, like before it was kind of just like, and by the way, this does say King Seattle Dome, Kingdome, Seattle. So when I first did this series, when I first, kind of changed up some stadiums and added some custom stuff to some stadiums, it was small stuff, right? We would change the textures of stuff, the colors of the bleachers, change the field logos, field stuff. Now that we're going a little bit more intense when it comes to actually changing stuff, it's a lot more time, intrusive. It takes longer to do. It's more fun, though, with the final product, as you can see, but it just takes a tad bit longer than it does when we just do it as, we just change the textures, maybe we change this, that, or a third. It's a little bit of a difference there. So let's go ahead and actually play on the field, because I know that's something that people have asked for before. Don't ask questions why all my players are 11 feet tall. It's just, it is what it is. It's a part of the fact that this is what we do. I always forget to turn off this mod. This is like a super human mod I have enabled. I always forget to turn it off, so it always end up on. Also, when it comes to these stadium builds, I do like to remove the crowd. I feel like when you add in the crowd, it kind of takes away from the experience. Let's go ahead and actually play some offense. Let me skip forward to offense here, and let's see what we can do. All right, so I love playing with 11-foot tall players. By the way, Most Feared is going to be getting 11-foot tall players very, very soon. So that should be exciting, but okay, you can't tackle me. It's very hard to tackle 11-foot tall players, even if you have 11-foot tall players. That's one thing I've learned in my many time of playing this game with 11-foot tall players, is it's almost impossible to tackle 11-foot tall players. Can't wait till this ends up happening in Ultimate Team. Should be absolutely fun. One thing I will say, though, when it comes to Ultimate Team, I don't know how they're going to fix this, but let's go ahead and hike this ball real fast. Throwing the ball with 11-foot tall players is not that easy. It's very challenging. Now, obviously, when it comes to Ultimate Team, not every single player is going to be 11 feet tall, but it's still very challenging to throw, and a lot of times, your 11-foot tall quarterback will overthrow the ball. Now, if your receivers are 11 foot tall, it's not as bad, but when your receivers are normal height, that's when it gets really frustratingly annoying. As right there, we actually just dotted the fluff up, baby. Okay. I was not expecting that, to be honest. That was actually a offsides dot. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and decline that. Let's watch that back. I got to watch that one back. Under pressure, under duress. He doesn't go down because that's kind of how it works with 11-foot tall players. Again, it's very hard to tackle them. But, bruh, look at that. Straight through the hand and everything. And who is that? That is, Shaheed. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. If you have another idea of a stadium you want me to do, tell me down below and I will do it.